You're probably like most smaller up and coming gaming streamers sitting on a bunch of gold and you don't even realize it. You're probably going live 4 hours, 5 hours, hell, sometimes even 8 hours, but you're not turning those live streams into content. Meanwhile, the bigger streamers or the up and coming streamers that are continuing to grow are taking one live stream, turning it into TikToks, turning it into YouTube shorts, into IG reels, and that eventually becomes income. So in this video, I'm going to explain and break down how to turn one live stream into content that's going to build your community, that's going to build your income, and that's going to build your confidence. If you're new here, it's your boy Uncle Tone. I've been in the gaming industry for about a year now, consistently growing my brand across multiple platforms with almost over 100,000 followers across every social media platform. I built this thing from ground up. I've been through the ups and downs, and I finally broke through, built a community, created income. And what I want to do is help you and other small gaming streamers do the exact same thing. One of the biggest problems that I notice with small streamers is that a lot of times they use their live streams like temporary moments instead of using it as a reusable asset. Which brings me to my first point. Your live stream is the content. You got to stop separating streaming and content from one another. They work well together. They go together. You don't have one, honestly, without the other. When you go live, that's the way to actually create the content that you're going to put out there that'll actually turn into income. But if you just live streaming and you're not actually being intentional about turning that live stream into content, you're failing yourself. See, your stream is just raw material. All right. It's cool in the moment. It's great and all that. But what really helps is when you turn that raw material into something special. You know, like in life, when they talk about life give you lemon, you make lemonade. But instead, you need to be taking that raw content and making a whole lemonade stand. Because every big reaction, every rage moment, every trash talk, every highlight in those raw live streams can later become content that gives you income. See, big creators and up and coming streamers, they don't actually create more moments than you. They just repurpose the moments a lot better than you. So you got to get better at taking your live stream and repurposing them into content. And when you create content, eventually, if you do it consistently enough, the content creates cash. Now, this brings me to my next point. You got to clip for emotion and not just highlights. I get it. The highlights be cool. It's fire to see you do something nasty. It really is. There's nothing wrong with posting those. But people are emotional. Humans are emotional beings. We connect to things that make us emotional, drive our emotions. So when you're editing, you got to edit with the thought that I need to make this into a story instead of just a nice highlight clip. Because there's a lot of those that go around. Anybody can create just a nice highlight clip. But can you tell a story from start to finish? And that's one thing I'll say that Unc got good at. I got really good at telling the story from start to finish. So if you watch my videos, or if you haven't, a lot of times in the beginning of my videos, you see me put one of the big moments, a trash talk moment, right in the front of the video. That way, I engage with my audience emotion right away. So now that I got them, I then start to tell the story from start to finish. So big moment, lead into the start of the story, and lead all the way back up to the big moment. Because people want to follow a story. People want to see, okay, that was crazy, but how did it get there? And that's the same kind of thought that you have to have when you're editing your videos from your live stream. See, people don't share scores. They share feelings. So a lot of times you might think, okay, the score was this is why they're sharing. No, they're sharing your content and your videos because it made them feel a certain type of way and a certain type of emotion. And the more you can engage with a person's emotion and feelings, the more they'll share your content. And the more your content is shared, the more eyes is on your content. And the more eyes is on your content, the more cash you eventually going to create, the more views, the more your community is going to build. And honestly, the more confident you're going to become. Which brings me to my last point. Content builds confidence. Posting content consistently removes the fear of posting content. Consistently seeing yourself on camera builds confidence on camera. Content gives you proof that you're actually progressing and growing in your craft. And truthfully, one viral clip can change your whole momentum and get the ball rolling. But you must also understand that that viral clip is not going to come unless you're consistently posting. I've had multiple viral clips, but that's because I have posted hundreds of clips. Some flop, some are mid, but eventually them viral ones, they hit. And when they hit hard. So remember, confidence don't come before posting. Confidence comes from posting consistently. The more you post, the more confident you become. The more confident you become, the better you become in every aspect of your life, even outside of gaming. If you're really serious about growing as a gaming streamer, you got to stop thinking like a person who just going live and think like a creator who has a system in place to help them turn their content into cash. And if you want help growing your content system, building your audience, and turning your live streams into income, I actually offer a 30-minute free strategy call where we help you come up with a step-by-step action plan. Just hit the link in the description of the video. I hope this video helped you. But before you go, make sure you go watch this video where I break down the biggest problem that up-and-coming and small streamers are making when they're trying to grow. You tapped in with the Franchise Network with Uncle Tone. Let's get it.